so tired, but it's fine. It's fine. Excuse my appearance, but I'm going to work, which is another update I've got for you, and I do not take any care in my appearance when I'm off to work, but I've got about an hour before, just over an hour before I need to go in. And here is my big update. It's successful. This week I am filming a weekly vlog to kind of just let you know what is going on, what's happening. So I had tried being a full-time artist since I left my job in January, and then I went travelling for 6 weeks, and I came back mid to like the end of February. So since February to like the end of May, I was a full-time artist, and it was great trying it out. But in the end, I really struggled just working by myself every day. So I decided to do a sensible thing and go get a job again, which is exactly what I've done. So now I'm working, it's almost full-time, it's like 30 hours a week in like a retail kind of job again, and it's like 4 days a week, so it fits in like quite long shifts, which is good. And it's not far from my studio, which is perfect, so I can come in here and then leave, go to work pretty much straight away. So it all works, that kind of thing. And last week was my first week of doing it, so that's why I had no video uploaded for last week, because I was super busy settling into the job. And also I went to Liverpool to go to the Eras tour, and I got to see Taylor Swift perform live, which was amazing. And another update is that I found out that I've been accepted into running London Marathon 2025. So between the art business, the job and marathon training, there's going to be a lot to do, but I'm finding that the job so far, only a week in obviously, is really helping me structure my days and get as much done as possible. So before I go to work today, because it's Monday right now, I'm going to probably film Monday to Friday and then edit this vlog over the weekend to upload on Sunday. I'm going to film the whole week just to document how I am balancing everything. And so because it's Monday and I've not done this yet, I'm going to plan out my whole entire week, because if there's no plan, nothing will probably get done. But obviously this week I need to do my shifts at work. I want to finish this painting, which is probably say like over halfway done. Like obviously it looks quite finished from far away, but I need to work on, so the sky is like completely done. I say the sea is pretty much there with all the boats, but this foreground just needs a lot of detail in it, which probably take me a while, but it's one of my favourite parts to do. And I need to do some picture book stuff, and I need to do some training for my marathon, although technically I'm doing a half marathon first in October, but I need to get back into that because I've had like a couple of weeks of only going on a couple of runs a week, and I need to get back into it because, like I said, I'm doing London Marathon at the end of April next year. So let's plan the week together. So I use Google Calendar kind of like to organise my life. So far I've just got my shifts for this week blocked in, and now I just need to plan out what I'm doing with the free time that I've got around it. And I definitely noticed that in the free time I'm like so much more productive already, even though it's only been a week, because I know that my time is definitely a lot more limited now. So rather than talking, I am going to sort this out and plan out everything that I need to do. So this is a voiceover from future me. These video clips are actually over a month old, and I've only just found the time and the motivation, to be honest, to edit them together now. Time just flew away with me. Like I was saying before, I was at the time of filming it, I was saying, only doing like 4 days a week kind of. It definitely has increased a bit more now into 5, which is fine because I'm trying to save money for something super exciting. But yeah, that's basically just a quick like catch up with you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Happy Tuesday. So I would say good morning, but it's actually already 2 p.m. Basically yesterday I filmed the little introduction clip, which I feel like I was in a bit of a rush, so I was kind of just like throwing words at you. but I was planning out my day, and then I did about half an hour of painting before I had to get to my shift, which was a 9.5 hour one. So obviously that took up the majority of my day. So yeah, yesterday I didn't really film too much because I was busy at work, and when you're on shift for that long, like, the rest of your day is kind of pretty much a write-off. So it is now Tuesday and I'm not in work today, but obviously I'm doing my illustration art stuff. But first of all, this morning I've been having kind of like a get my life together morning. So I've been for a run, washed my hair, done the food shop, and done some like life admin things like calling people to sort things out. And then I also met my friend for a dog walk. I've been sociable as well this morning, and now I've had some lunch and it's already 2 o'clock. Like, the day is going away from me, but it's time to actually get on with my little list of work to do. So I'm going to work from home today because I just needed a day of not having to go anywhere. And I've got my illustrated diaries to write and release, which is basically, if you don't know, I'll put like a little link in the description in case you want to sign up. But the illustrated diaries is basically, it's weekly updates sent directly to your email inbox from me, all about the behind the scenes of being an artist and illustrator. And I'd love it if you'd like to join me to get more little sneak peeks into what I'm doing. So I've got that to do, and then I'm going to try and sketch out the rest of my collection, Cornwall art collection, because sketching does take me quite a while, but I can do that from here because obviously all my paint's in the studio, but I just need like a pencil and some paper and a rubber, which I can probably find somewhere in my room, and I will sketch them all out. So when I go into the studio, I can just get straight into the fun part, which is obviously all the painting. I'm gonna do that, and then I think also I'm probably gonna like do some work later on in the evening after I have my tea and like walk to the dog and all that kind of thing. And I'm gonna try and do some admin on my laptop, and I'm trying to like slowly grow and improve my Etsy. So I'm gonna like be doing like SEO kind of stuff and trying to figure that out, because I made myself, I don't think it's to hand, but I made myself like a big list of everything that I want to do, which might help grow my Etsy shop because I've just reached over 100 sales. So, and I'd love to grow that more and more. So one way of doing that is obviously releasing new products, which is what I'm doing with the Cornwall art collection, with new greeting cards and prints. But also, to also grow it, it's also through things like the marketing and optimizing it for the Etsy search engine, and that is quite a lot of work, but you've got to do it. So yeah, today probably not very exciting to film. I didn't film this morning because I was like rushing around and my life isn't very aesthetic, I do have to say, but I'm trying my best. And also, like, this afternoon, like I said, this isn't mainly on my laptop, like typing away. Again, not very interesting to watch. But tomorrow, and apart from the sketching, that'll be by hand obviously, and that'll be slightly more interesting, I guess. And because it's summer, we should still have good lighting, although the weather this year has not been giving summer, even though it's halfway through June. But anyway, tomorrow should be a bit more exciting and interesting to film because, again, I'm not in work at the other job, so I'm going to go into my studio pretty much all day tomorrow, and I'm going to have a whole entire day dedicated to my picture book work because that is something that I really want to do. And I keep like pushing it off and putting it to the side and putting other things first, which makes sense, but if I keep pushing it aside, then I'm not going to get anywhere with it. So I'm going to be working on that and towards my 100 rejections thing, which I spoke about in my video last week, well, 2 weeks ago I guess now, and when this gets released. But I'll probably talk more about the 100 rejection things tomorrow when I'm actually trying to attempt my first rejection out of 100. So Anyway, I need to stop yapping because this clip is about 6 minutes long already. Hopefully I can edit that down quite a bit. And I better go and get on with some actual work now because I've just not done any yet today. But that is okay. Right, I'm finally getting started with this work, and now my laptop's making noises. But basically I'm gonna write the whole entire weekly update for the Illustrated Diaries, and like I said, there should be a link in the description down below where you can sign up if you're interested in getting these free updates that you can sign up to. But this usually takes me about an hour to just draft and then read through, check it's all good, get it in the right format, and then send out to anybody who has signed up to the Illustrated Diaries. So I find that I just do this quite quickly if I just really zone in and focus. So I'm gonna start doing this now for probably an hour, like I said, and get this out the way before I can move on to sketches for my next artwork collection the artwork collection that I'm currently working on. So let's do this. Wednesday, so I was meant to go to the studio, but I've not done that, and instead I'm gonna stay here and get on with things that I need to do that I can do here. So I didn't get very far with the sketching yesterday. I did this and that was it. I was lacking motivation and I was a bit tired, so I didn't do much, but that's okay. I can pick up the slack today. So I'm going to finish off doing as many sketches as I can, like I said, just to get them out of the way. But before I do that, I'm going to do my picture book submission and record that and document the process for my 100 rejections, which is basically helping me get over the fear of rejection when it comes to trying to get into the picture book industry, because that is so competitive and hard to get into. So I'm just gonna be like trying my best to just apply to as many people as possible, because that's probably like the only way I have like any chance at all of getting in. So that is the plan for today. I've walked the dog, I've had a coffee, so I should be good to go, and I just need to get on with it rather than feeling tired. See one good thing of this 100 rejection challenge, which is definitely forcing me just to submit it even if I'm not 100% happy with it, because I've got one book ready to go basically with like all the roughs all done for everybody, and when I originally did it I was like, this is awful, it's like the worst thing I've ever looked at. And obviously looking at it now, like after I've not looked at it for quite a while, there are things that like I definitely could change, but it's definitely a lot better than I remember. So I'm just going to submit it as it is and eventually tweak the things and improve things that I think could be better. But as like a first initial like draft idea to send to publishers, it's not that bad in my opinion. So I actually have a lot less work to do today than I thought. Like I thought I would have to like redo a lot of the pages on Photoshop, but looking at it now, try to keep looking down here, it's really I think it's okay. Like, I'm actually quite happy, quite proud of it, which is a good sign. Like I said, definitely not perfect, but it's all right, you know, it's all right. So basically you submit to these publishers, agents, whoever, they're asking for one book with like a synopsis and the manuscript, and I'm also gonna obviously send the PDF of the rough of the book. So I've got most of the pages sketched out, and I think 3 or 4 completed pages with final artwork, just to show what my artwork looks like in the final stages. And so I'm going to send all that, and so that means, because I've got the book ready to go and the manuscript ready to go obviously, and I've drafted the whole entire query letter, so it just basically gives like an introduction to me and then the synopsis of my work and any other details like contact details, all that kind of boring information. So I just need to read through my draft that I've done to the publisher, check it's all right, no spelling mistakes, check it like makes sense, and then it's ready to go. So I reckon like an extra half an hour to an hour and this will be done, which is good, because I was supposed to do this like a couple of weeks ago, but I've been putting it off because I thought it was awful. But coming back to it with like fresh eyes, it's not bad at all, I don't think. Like, so that's good. So I've just pressed send on the email and it didn't take me too long, so that's good. And I'm just going to go into my Google Calendar and put in from 12 weeks from now, like I should hear back from the people at this point, because otherwise I'll forget. And doing that I know I get rejected is if I hear nothing. So I'll know it reaches 12 weeks and I hear absolutely nothing, then that'll be number 1 rejection, unless I get rejected before then. So I'm going to put that in so I can keep track of all this, because me applying to quite a few people eventually, so it's good to keep track. So what is 12 weeks from now? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 12 weeks from today takes us to the 11th of September, which is crazy that that date is only 12 weeks away. So let me go to 11th of September and I'm going to put rejection from, insert the publisher's name. So that is all done. Now I think I'm going to go make some lunch and then I'm going to spend all afternoon drawing away on my Cornwall collection before I go for a run this evening. I changed my mind a little bit and came to the studio, and the reason why is because my friends messaged me and was like, I'm going to be in the area, do you want to meet up, have a little catch up? So I was like, yeah, of course, because she's often at uni. When I came into the studio, I was meant to be doing picture book work and doing this title behind me and do some character studies, but when I came in, this was on my desk, which I was working on previously, which is my Cornwall art collection. And even though I'm meant to be doing this the rest of the week, I just want to get it done as quickly as possible because I really want to get these greeting cards out. And it's already been a month since I visited these places. Like this one is the Isles of Scilly. But because I'm back to working again with another job, it's taken a lot longer than I was hoping for. So I just want to get them out the way as quickly as possible. And I did do picture book work this morning by submitting to that publisher. So I just carried on with this because I'm in like the detail stage. I've been adding lots and lots of dots to the pictures, basically what I've been doing for hours. So if you see the green bit in between the flowers, this section here, all those dots, and then this one needs the dots added in. It's a very subtle change, but I think it makes a difference. So I'm going to be here for like another hour and a half. Then I'll go home and have some tea, have some food. I think I'll save a run for tomorrow. I was going to not do a run tomorrow and do it instead today, because tomorrow I got a 9.5 hour shift, but I'll just get up earlier and go for a run then. It's not too much of a hard one. And yeah, that's what I've been doing today. So I did end up going to the studio, which was the initial plan anyway. I've been working on slightly different stuff, but it's still stuff that I was planning on getting done this week anyway. So I'm gonna stop talking now and get back to do more of this and make the most of the time that I do have in the studio this evening. As you can see, lots of details have worked their way into this piece today, so it's slowly getting there. I reckon another couple of sessions working on it and it might be done. I think it's time to go home, so let's go home for the evening. Guessed it, I'm back in the studio for another day, and today's Thursday and I have about half an hour in the studio before I have to get to work. It's another long shift today, which is great because it gets it out of the way, gets the hours in. So I work for 9.5 hours, which does not leave me much time here, because this morning I was like washing my hair, going for a run, like sorting my life out. But I'm going to do this for half an hour because half an hour is better than nothing. And then I'm going to go to work, which will be pretty much me done for the rest of the day. So definitely not much footage to film today. And then Friday and Saturday I'm also filming. I am at work as well, but I have shorter shifts compared to today, like not the whole entire day. So that is what I'm up to today. So drawing more dots on this for half an hour and then get into work and do my lovely shift. So that is the plan for today, and yeah, that's gonna be pretty much all the clips that I film, so sorry. And that is about half an hour worth of dots, which is not much, but they take ages. It is Thursday and I've got about 3 hours here before I need to go to work, and I'm going to be working on the same piece like always this week. I'll go show it to you, although it's not changed since yesterday. I showed it you yesterday before I went to work, I think, but it's probably quite a boring week to film this week, I can't lie, because I've just been busy like going to work and working on the same piece. I sometimes have weeks which are a bit more exciting, working on different projects, but I guess I did do some picture book stuff, so that is something. But I'm at the stage this piece where the progress on it looks slow, although it is happening, because like the sky is very quick to do, it's just a quick wash, but these details take forever, but they do make the piece, in my personal opinion. So I've got about 3 hours before I need to actually get to my shift, so bit longer today because I don't start till 3. I'm going to stop talking and make the most of my time and start drawing, and I'll probably show you what it looks like before I head off to work. But again, that'll probably be like the last clip of today. And then tomorrow's Saturday, it's going to be practically the same. And then Sunday I'm not at work and I probably won't come to the studio. I've got a run, quite like a longer run that I need to do because I'm trained to do a half marathon and then a marathon. I'm like doing a running plan, so it's like laid out for me so I can train up for them, because I've not even been running a year yet. I've been running since like the end of last year, but then obviously I've had a big break because I went away for 6 weeks, so it's really good to follow a plan, but I'm doing like 5 runs a week, so it's hard to fit more in. But anyway, Sunday I'm not coming in here because I'm going to go for my run in the morning. I might switch up as well and go and do it somewhere like by the sea, like along the prom maybe, and then I will be spending the rest of my Sunday editing this video to then hopefully upload in the same day. I hate editing the video all in one day because I get sick of staring at the screen, but it's what I don't have any other time because I want to film as much as possible, but I'm not really sure what I actually have filmed, and I feel like all the clips are kind of the same. So sorry about that, but I hope it's okay in the end. Let me know.